The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Let's Go Racing. And since the mess that was the Kentucky Derby, we have been waiting for him to return. Well, he's back. Maximum security was only 1 to 20 at the Pegasus Stakes at Monmouth Park. We'll have that coming up shortly. Our local race of the week was some really good 3-year-old fillies at 7/8 of a mile. We'll have that in our opening segment. National coverage will also take us under the lights of Churchill Downs for the Grade 2 Stephen Foster. And it's turning for home day. We'll talk about that coming up. And later on the show, maybe the finish of the year in the Poker Stakes. You don't want to miss that. So stay with us for this half hour here on Let's Go Racing. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parx Racing. My friend Dick Girardi. And Dick, it's turning for home day. We have 3 stakes later this afternoon. Now, we're taping on Tuesday.
Yep.
The weather has been iffy all week.
Yes.
2 of them are scheduled for the grass, and we have 11 set to go on the main track in the Turning for Home Stakes.
It's going to be a great day of racing, but more importantly, it's Turning for Home Day. We've talked about it. We had Danielle Montgomery on the show last week. I have a story about it on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week. It's one of the biggest days we have here at the track now, maybe the most important. And the public can get involved today at 11:30 in the Cotillion Room. There will be a continental breakfast, and 11:45, Dr. Sherry Silverman, one of our state vets here, is going to be there to give a little talk about what they do for the horses to make sure they're okay to race. She'll answer questions. It's really going to be a cool thing for the public. There's going to be some trainers there, so I think it'll be really good. People want to know more about how this all plays out. Cotillion Room at 11:30, and then stay for the day. It'll be a great day.
So the show today ends at 10:30. Get in your car, come out, and get involved with Turning for Home.
Absolutely.
At reception again in the Cotillion Room starting at 11:30. Now, Dick, let's get to our local coverage here. And we, when this race came out, this is, 3-year-old fillies, 7/8 of a mile, an optional claimer. It's a first-level allowance condition, or you could put them in for $50,000 if you want to pony up $50,000. We ended up a field of 7, and Dick, this is a pretty talented group of young fillies.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it's like you're looking at it, not an easy race to handicap. Somebody got it right for a little bit of time anyway.
Well, Dick, the favorite number 5, Swap Meet, goes off at 8-5 for trainer Tony Margata. Interesting to note that she made her career debut down at Gulfstream Park in February for $50,000 for our guys Cash is King and John Service. And she got claimed. And then won right off the claim, and a maiden won by 7. So they're probably holding their breath a little bit in the Cash is King group. Blinkers on, big favorite today. Second choice, number 1, 2 Item Maker. You get 3 to 1. This is apprentice Benjamin Hernandez coming down to ride for trainer Linda Rice. Anytime Linda shows up, her horses are dangerous. This horse debuted here at Parx, the daughter of Empire Maker, off just a step slowly when she went out at 7/8 the first time. And Dick, she ended up blowing him away.
Yeah, she did blow him away. And Linda's only had 7 starters down here this year. 3 W's, 2 seconds. So when she shows at Parx, look out.
3-year-old fillies going 7/8 of a mile. Our local feature. Here's the call. So they head toward the half-mile pole. 2 Item Maker is coming up on the inside of the pair of Neom and Swap Meet. So now 3 abreast. Stifling will be stuck out there 4 wide. Good trip right now for Bellaccio. Drafting in behind horses, only 2 lengths behind with 3 furlongs to run. Trailblazer has almost 7 to make up, and at the back, the trailer is still Harbor Way. So 2 Item Maker with 5/16 to go is now in front by a length. Neom is working harder to keep up. Room for Bellaccio. Swap Beat backpedaling out of there. Stifling has had a wide run to the top of the stretch. 2 Item Maker comes off the turn, drifting just a bit. Bellaccio now set down on the outside with Neom racing third. It's 2 Item Maker. 2 Item Maker mid-stretch now opens up 2.5. Bellaccio is full out. 2 Item Maker, though, still going well. Bellaccio will be second best to 2 Item Maker. Well, Dick, as we know, I make my selections on the Let'sGoRacingParks.com website, and I like 2 Item Maker today. 5 to 1 was the morning line price. I thought 3 to 1 was pretty good. Was running big, top of the stretch, a little bit of a swerve there to the right, and I said to myself, oh no. Well, 2 Item Maker went on to a clear-cut victory, but the inquiry sign came up. The objection started to flash,
Gone.
and the horse got taken down. How about number 3, Molaccio? We mentioned John Service had the horse at the swap meet get claimed. Who trains Molaccio?
That would be John Service, and swap meet was no good at all.
Yeah.
He finished last.
So Molaccio gets put up, pays $9.20 to win, and if you like 2-item maker, the horse ends up in that second position at our local feature this week. Well, Dick, we have another horse of local interest. Dee Curry has a pretty good-looking young colt named Bethlehem Road, and a couple of weeks ago stretched out for the first time in the new Parks Spring Derby.
And looked good doing
Things
it, yes.
went pretty well. And our Danny Gibson had a chance to catch up with jockey Luis Castro, who, by the way, won his first stakes race that day. Here's more.
Hi, this is Danielle Gibson with the PTHA. We're with jockey Luis Rodriguez Castro, who recently just had his first stakes win as a journeyman with Bethlehem Road. Luis, you've been riding here at Park since 2017. You came from your native country, Puerto Rico. What has that transition been like for you?
No, it's a great transition. Thank God I got a couple of opportunities here. And I made that decision when I started right up there in Puerto Rico, but we need to get out of the country to get more opportunities, and I saw more opportunities here in the United States.
You just won your first stakes win as a journeyman in the Park Spring Derby with Bethlehem Road. You just had a very nice, impressive 6-furlong work last Saturday. What makes him a special horse? I know you guys have some big aspirations this summer. What makes him so special?
No, he made it special because he was my first stake, and honestly, it's more special because I got the opportunity to win here at home. I feel that this racetrack is home because I've been here the whole year, and it's special. That horse, he keep going. You know, he go very fast. The first fraction on the race, and he keep going. He just wanna keep going, and I like that horse. He made it so special for me.
You beat a very nice field of horses that day. Well, we wish you all the success with the rest of the summer, to you and agent Kid Breeden, and we're just really excited to see what's in store for you.
Say thank you to all the owners and the trainer and all the guys on the barn. Work with the horse, the groom, and the hard walker, and everybody, the exercise rider. Did a great job with the horse, and honestly, I trust. I got a lot of confidence in that horse, and I think he can run in any race she looking for him. I go and I'm glad to ride that horse.
Well, Dick, when I called the Spring Derby, I thought Bethlehem Road, here's Linda Rice, who we just talked about, had the other horse of interest, was making a big run top of the stretch. I thought Bethlehem Road looked like might be in trouble, but sometimes they just find more.
Keep going.
Absolutely. Our congratulations to Luis Castro, his first stakes victory. Time to enter our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. He is back. He's 1-20. Maximum Security. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
And Maximum Security stumbled at the start, but recovered very quickly and shows his customary speed.
It's a Smarty Party at Parks Racing Labor Day.
Smarty Jones.
Get up close and personal with the Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner. Remember this? Don't miss this historic occasion as Smarty will parade one final time down the stretch to celebrate his 15th anniversary of horse racing immortality. Free family fun, plus the Grade 3 Smarty Jones Stakes and 6 other exciting races as well. Yes, Smarty is back at the track. See him live one final time, only at Parks Racing Labor Day.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. Pewter Stable is working hard, looking for the very best runners at all the top sales, and we do claiming partnerships as well. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. Training services also provided for individual owners. Give us a call and see what Pewter Stable is all about. The thrill and fun of thoroughbred racehorse ownership is easier than you think. We are Pewter Stable.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care,
and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time to start our national coverage. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Head up to Monmouth Park, the Grade 3 Pegasus Deck, 3-year-olds at 1 mile and 1/16 for a purse of $1.50. Maximum Security is back. He is 5 cents on the dollar. Now, Dick, of course, we do know what went on at the Kentucky Derby, but if you look at his lines, he's been on the racetrack 5 times. He's made 5 starts. He crossed the line first every time.
Yeah, I mean, he's undefeated on the racetrack.
Right.
Obviously was disqualified, placed 17th behind Country House, who, by the way, is now gone for the year. Bill Mott has announced, but no Preakness, no Belmont back here. Clearly a prep race for the Haskell.
You love to bet $2 to win a dime, don't you?
I do. That's one of my favorite things.
Absolutely. Second choice, number 3, King for a Day, the only other horse that took any money. He's 5-1 for Todd Pletcher, the son of Uncle Mo. He was 4th last year in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club at Churchill Downs, but he did not make his 3-year-old debut until May 18th.
Yeah, and he looked good. That was Preakness Day. I was pretty impressed visually watching that race, the Sir Barton. Now, do I think he's beating Maximum Security? No, not at least not on paper, but that was a pretty good effort down at
1-20 on Maximum Security. Here's the call.
And the race is on. The Pegasus and Maximum Security stumbled at the start, but recovered very quickly and shows his customary speed. King for a Day and Identifier. Those two coming after the big favorite early on, though, as they go through that opening furlong. Direct Order out in the 4th spot. It's a length and a half more back to Last Judgment. And Identifier is at the back, but company up front for Maximum Security. As King for a Day presses that one as they go by the 7/8 pole. 3 deep trip here for Identifier, who's in the 3rd spot. Length and a half more back to Direct Order. Last Judgment is spotting him about 5 here as they go by the 6 furlong marker. It's 3.5 more to Caledon, who's at the back. 23-2 for the opening quarter mile. Maximum Security has company. King for a Day and a 3 deep Identifier. Those 3 across the track past the 5/8 pole. They're 2.5 lengths ahead of Last Judgment, who moves up alongside of Direct Order. And it's another 7 or 8 back to Caledon, who's at the back. Half mile left to go in their journey off a 46-4 opening half. And Maximum Security goes past the half mile pole a length in front. King for a Day in the 2nd spot. Last Judgment starts to move up around Identifier. Direct Order is right there. The top 5 only covered by about 3 lengths with 3 furlongs left to go. Caledon the only one back. Maximum Security around the far turn. King for a Day pushing him now. Maximum Security being asked for his best. Last Judgment is into the 3rd spot. Length and a half more to Identifier and Direct Order, but Maximum Security is going to have to work for it. King for a Day on the outside, and these two arrive at the top of the stretch. They've separated themselves by 5. Maximum Security all in toward the inside. King for a Day, a final furlong, greets Maximum Security, who's just a half length in front. King for a Day on the outside, going to make him earn it at the 16th pole. It's a question of who wants it more. King for a Day forges to a narrow advantage. Maximum Security has been defeated. King for a Day by a length.
Well, Dick, you could sense maybe there was an issue right from the break. Maximum Security kind of stumbled coming out. He stumbled pretty good, really. Now, we did recover quickly and get the lead. The fractions were pretty solid. But Dick, in the stretch, well, actually, you could see the jockey starting to ride him pretty early. And King for a Day wore him down. He got past and went on to win it by a length and paid $13.80 to win. And Maximum Security gets beat.
Yeah, the first impression you're thinking, well, wait a second, this isn't the Maximum Security we saw in those other races. How's this horse beat him? I think what happened was King for a Day just ran an unbelievable race. Maximum Security ran essentially the same race he always runs. This is his 4th straight triple-digit buyer. He did it again. Winner got 102. It just, the winner just blew up all of a sudden, which does happen with young 3-year-olds, 2nd race of the year. So I suspect we'll see them both back in the Haskell, and maybe Maximum Security doesn't stumble. Maybe he gets loose on the lead, and it's a little different. But look, King for a Day ran great.
Jason Service clearly thought the stumble cost him the race. Like you said, maybe he got clear into the first turn. He instead have had pressure on the outside pretty much the whole way. Let's go to Churchill Downs under the lights. The Grade 2 Stephen Foster, 1 mile and 1/8 for the older handicap horses for a purse of $600,000. Number 6 Gift Box, 2-1 here for trader John Sadler. Now, Dick, he went out west and he ran the 3 biggest races of his life out at Santa Anita, coming back east now.
Yeah, win the San Antonio, win the Big Cap, lose the Gold Cup by 3/4 of a length. Now, all of a sudden, this is a lot of racing and not all that much time, right? He's back in a couple of weeks and traveling halfway across the country.
And you got 2-1. Number 9, Tom's Day Top, the second choice here at 9-2 for trainer Al Stahl Jr. I think he raced through the 2017 season and then took off almost a year and a half.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the issue was there, but came back running, won, and most recently was second to McKenzie in the Alley Sheba. McKenzie, of course, was so good, almost winning the Met.
Put up a 101 buyer, so he looked like he is legit. Here's the Stephen Foster.
And they're off in the Stephen Foster. Good start for Quip on the outside. Tom's Day Top broke alertly as well. Runaway Ghost is up close down inside as they race by us for the first time. Tom's Day Top out to set the pace. Quip with a good spot, stalking on the outside in second. Runaway Ghost angles off the rail to be third into the clubhouse turn. Thirst for Life. Cozy spot down inside, running along in fourth. Gift Box comes away fifth. 3 wide around the clubhouse turn. Seeking the Soul is sixth. Alcatam is off the pace, running along in seventh while inside. King Zachary is eighth. Exulting is ninth by another 2. Rated R Superstar racing in 10th by 5. Yoshida is already 12 lengths off the pace. Another 2 back from there to tenfold, who's 14 behind. And the opening quarter was just 24 and 3/5 seconds, so down the backstretch they go. Quip going head-to-head with Tom's Day Top. 5 furlongs out. Tom's Day Top comes back at the inside to grab a narrow lead. Quip is right there running in second. Thirst for Life set to strike in behind while third with 4 furlongs to go. Then it's Runaway Ghost running along in fourth. Gift Box has been wide throughout. Fifth and on the outside. Seeking the Soul finds a seam and shoots on through. Fifth and now fourth and about to be third for that one. Farther back, Alcatam and Exulting King Zachary. Yoshida's winding up from the back of the pack with 8 lengths to make up as they come for the top of the stretch. Quip confronting Tom's Day Top. They're head and head for the lead. Seeking the Soul is locked and loaded in behind. Gift Box is also right there. They're off the turn. They're into the stretch. Tom's Day Top and Quip head and head with 3/16 to go. Seeking the Soul's bearing down. Gift Box is fourth, and from far, far back, Yoshida's rallying to be fifth. Down to the final 16th. Seeking the Soul bearing down on Quip. Quip has to fight back. Seeking the Soul with all the momentum. Seeking the Soul scores in the Foster.
Well, the favorite Gift Box did not get a particularly good trip, but Dick, as you mentioned, it's a lot of racing to do against tough horses. Seeking the Soul, when I watch the race, Dick, he's usually pretty far back. Well, he was in mid-pack this time, and then he puts in that solid late run, gets up at the end to win it by a neck. $11.20 to win. Number 10, Quip at 13-1 was second. Dallas Stewart getting it done with Seeking the Soul.
Yeah, Dallas Stewart usually runs second in these big races. He's had so many horses, including Seeking the Soul, ran second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile behind City of Light last fall. This horse doesn't win all that often. 6 wins out of 26 starts, but came with $3 million in earnings and just added on to them, and 104. It's a pretty decent horse. A lot of triple-digit buyers. It's one Chuck 50, a lot of money.
Decent price, $11.20 to win. Let's go to Santa Anita. 3-year-olds with a Grade 3 affirmed. 1 mile and 1/16 here the distance, and Bob Baffert saddles the top 2. Number 5, Roadster, is even money here as the favorite. Dick, after winning the Santa Anita Derby, he was pretty much nowhere in the Kentucky Derby.
No, he was no good at all. Remember, Mike Smith took off to ride Omaha Beach, who never made the race. But yeah, Roadster was just no good in the Derby.
Yep. Second choice here is again Baffert, number 6, Mucho Gusto, who goes off at 9-5. Dick, 4 for 6 lifetime, including 3 Grade 3 wins.
Yeah, and this is looks like an improving 3-year-old. I don't know that we have West Coast or Arrogate here, but looks like a pretty nice horse for Bob.
It's all Baffert. Here's the call of the affirm.
Always Forgiven now pokes his head in front. Roadster is second to last. Manhattan up at the back of the field. Visitant now hugs the rail and goes on with it, opening up about a length. Always Forgiven is in second. Mucho Gusto on the outside. Kingley's tough to handle. He's throwing his head around down on the fence. Only a length and a half or 2 off the lead. Kingley very, very difficult in the early stages. Then comes Roadster, who's only 3 off the pace, and Manhattan up at the back of the field. They straighten away for the run down the backstretch. It's Visitant by a head to Always Forgiven. There's a seam for Kingley, who's headstrong and moves up now to be a joint second. Mucho Gusto is caught 4 wide coming to the half-mile pole. He's 3 in front of Roadster, and inside of him, Manhattan up. Past the half-mile in the affirmed stakes. Visitant has been there throughout. At the rail, Kingley is just a head back in second. Mucho Gusto's had a smooth journey, makes a 3-wide bid after them with less than 3 furlongs to run. Always Forgiven is weakening. Passed now by Roadster, who takes fourth, and Manhattan Up at the rail. Mucho Gusto's head is in front at the quarter pole. He's now in front a half a length of Visitant. Kingley is dropping back at the rail, and Roadster kicks in on the outside. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go, and Mucho Gusto is the one to beat. Kicks away smartly to Roadster on the outside, Kingley and Visitant, but Mucho Gusto means business in the Affirmed Stakes, and he's clear by 3. A clear-cut victory for Mucho Gusto and Joe Talamo, hand-ridden late to score by 2.5.
Well, Dick, coming off the top of the turn, Joe Talamo just hand-riding Mucho Gusto here. He looks like he's got a lot of run, and he does. He goes on to win 2 1/4 at the end. Roadster ends up finishing second. Mucho Gusto pays $5.80 to win. And Mr. Baffert thinks he might be going to the Haskell next.
Yeah, that would make sense. Bob owns the Haskell, and it'd be very cool to take on Maximum Security. This is a good horse, getting better, no doubt. Now 5 wins and 7 starts. And hey, why not try the Haskell? That's the next logical spot, but he's going to have to beat Maximum Security on his home track.
I think there's a lot of people that would like to have a 4-time Grade 3 winner in their barn.
Yes. And again, I don't think we're seeing West Coast here or Arrogate, one of those really late developing star 3-year-olds, but let's see.
Well, let's get to our next break. We come back. We have Jockey and Trainer and more racing action, including maybe the finish of the year from New York. We'll have that coming back after this.
And further out, it's Gucci Factor, and they're coming down to the line, and it's going to be...
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Jockey and Trainer of the Week are brought to you by Turning for Home. It's Turning for Home Day. Turning for Home, the great retirement program. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org. And Dick, I'm really happy to say our Jockey of the Week is our friend John Bassotto.
Yeah.
Now, he was really badly hurt in a freak accident at Gallop-Out. He's back, and he had a double this week. So, John, you are our Jockey of the Week. And our Trainer of the Week, we don't talk about him enough. Joe Taylor is having a terrific first 6 months.
Having a great year.
How about Joe?
Yeah, he had a great year last year. He's having another one now.
Well, he is at the top of our trainer standing, so he is our Trainer of the Week. And Dick, as we mentioned, John Bassotto and his injuries, we have 2 jockeys right now that are in the hospital, Hector Caballero and Richard Bracho. We want to wish them the best and hope for a speedy recovery for both.
No question.
Yep, so a tough thing to do. Hector Caballero, Richard Bracho. Dick, let's get to race recap. Back to Churchill Downs, 3-year-olds in the Grade 3 Matt Winn, number 6, Mr. Money. He is the 3-5 favorite here for our guy, Brett Calhoun. He ran big in the Pat Day Mile. He's going to run big again.
Yeah, he just is going to run huge here. He's going to blow this field away, win by 6.5 lengths. And boy, the Pat Day Mile is a very key race. The horse that was second in there, Hog Creek Hustle, member, came back to win the Woody Stevens on Belmont Day. So everything's running out of the Pat Day Mile.
How about a 6.5 length winner pays $3.20 to win the Fleur de Lis at Churchill Downs, Grade 2 for the older fillies and mares at 9 furlongs. Number 3, Elate is the 4-5 favorite. Dick, her last 3 losses have been to Midnight Bisou, and Abel Tasman.
Right.
But she doesn't get going here until late.
Yeah, you're starting to wonder if she's actually going to finally get there, but she is. She's going to wear this group down. And look, I don't know this for sure, but you would think she'd maybe be ready to come back in the Del Cap, a race she started her season with last year and won. That comes up on July 13th, but Belmont hasn't said that, but I would think she'd probably maybe be in that race.
And $3.80 to win. And Dick, here is why we love turf racing. The Poker Stakes, Belmont Park, a mile on the grass. Clyde's Image is the favorite here, but Dick, this is the veritable cavalry charge at the finish. Look at this.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen this. Gucci Factor, the 4, is going to end up winning.
On the far outside.
First by a nose, second by a nose, third by a nose, fourth by a nose. So we had 5 horses, nose, 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 nose. Again, I don't know that I've seen that before.
Gucci Factor pays $12.20 to win in an incredible finish in the Poker Stakes. Dick, Ion Racing, the Grade 1 United Nations at Monmouth Park this week.
Always a big event. Used to be at Atlantic City for years, and then when Atlantic City closed, it went up the Garden State Parkway to beautiful Monmouth Park.
Now, Dick, we come back on News and Notes. We're going to get your thoughts on the 3-year-old division right now.
Good luck.
We'll be back with that after this.
The sport of kings, huh? Well, there's no royalty around here, except for these guys. You know, Pennsylvania is a great place for horse racing, and it keeps getting better. Why? Well, how about 23,000 jobs? How about a $4 billion economic impact all across the Commonwealth? It's a really cool sport, and it helps make our state an awesome place to live and work. Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. The final segment brought to you by the great folks at Pewter Stable. Log on to their website today, pewterstable.com. Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones. And Dick, we want to talk about the 3-year-old division. We didn't talk about Game Winner.
Right.
Just saw some news on Game Winner. Looks like Bob wants to send him to the Travers.
Yeah, well, that makes some sense.
Yep.
A long distance race, but this is the most confusing 3-year-old season. Last year was obviously very easy. It was all Justify all the time, but Maximum Security wins the Derby, gets DQ'd. Then we see him and he gets beat at 1-20. Country House wins, in quotation marks, the Derby. Now he's out for the season. War of Will wins the Preakness. Then he's
perfect trip, perfect part of the track.
Bad in the Belmont. The Belmont winner has won one dirt race. Tacitus, who we like, won the Wood, probably should have won the Belmont. This thing is totally up for grabs. You know when it might be decided? It might be decided right here.
How about that?
At Parks in the PA Derby, which is the last chance for all of them to see who's going to maybe settle this before they get to the Breeders' Cup, where at this stage, I do not see a 3-year-old capable of like beating a McKinsey or any of those better older horses. Not that it's a great group of older horses, but man, these 3-year-olds are inconsistent and they're not very fast. Other than Maximum Security, who is pretty fast and is very consistent.
They can't get anybody to get up into the 100 buyers.
No.
Maybe it'll happen soon.
Other than Maximum Security.
So we still have half a year to go, so we can only
and
hope
who knows? Maybe it's the horse that beat Maximum Security. I don't know, Keith. This is bizarre.
Okay. Well, come out and enjoy the big day for Turning for Home. Again, 11:30, they have the reception down at the Cotillion Room. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then a big afternoon here as we celebrate the best retirement program in the industry. Come out and enjoy Turning for Home Day, and we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.